The Right Side with Doug Billings.
Hello, America. Hello, world. Welcome to The Right Side. I'm Doug Billings. Make sure that you like, share, subscribe to the program. We're all about lighting up the algorithm as best we can. It's an uphill battle to share the truth and to recover the republic back to divine providence and to the intent of the founding fathers. And what a better topic to talk about that with regards to the birthright citizenship. It's in the news again, and we've talked about it on this show. I've gone through with you the legal arguments. I've talked about the history of the 14th Amendment and why it's become one of the biggest drivers of illegal immigration and chain migration in this country. But what's happening right now, it's different. This isn't just another debate about policy or constitutional interpretation. This is turning citizenship into a commodity. And that's a direct offense against the Constitution and against the intent of the founding fathers. Ladies and gentlemen, the right side is now upon you. Are you ready? Let's go.
The Right Side with Doug Billings.
We are not liberal snowflakes who melt away in the face of tragedy, adversity, and challenge. We are a covenant nation under God, and his divine providence is not dead and it's not gone. It is living within each and every one of you. And you will bring it to life in such a way that the world has never seen before. We never back down. We never give up. We march forward.
All right. Hello, America. Hello, world. We are now seeing billboards and signs openly advertising birthright citizenship like it's a product for sale. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to The Right Side. Share, like, follow, all of that good stuff, please. An important issue. Look, I know that this is not new, the birthright for sale mindset. There have been birthright citizenship advertising and billboards in existence in border towns for years. But now the efforts to market all of this it's like they're on steroids, okay? And the efforts are expanding. And it's all because, of course, the Supreme Court recent ruling on all of this in conjunction with the intent of the 14th Amendment. So reports obviously coming in that signs are going up all along the southern border in Mexico and in cities across the United States. And the signs advertising, of course, birthright citizenship with the words deliveries starting at $4,000. I mean, let that sink in for a minute, because people are being told that they can come here illegally, have a child on American soil, and essentially buy citizenship, not just for the child, but as a pathway for the entire family to follow, which is where we get chain migration. So it's not a fringe rumor. This is being advertised in plain sight. President Trump himself addressed it directly today on Truth Social. And, his reaction was strong. It was immediate. And he called it exactly what it is. It's a scam. And he pointed out the billions of dollars that are being made illegally through this. It's a scheme. And that birthright citizenship has become, in Trump's words, by far the number one way of becoming a citizen. Okay, and then Trump went further. He said that the Supreme Court got it wrong and that he's going to be asking for a rehearing on the issue by the United States Supreme Court immediately. All right, now, I want to be straight with you, because Supreme Court rehearings are rare, very rare. Even when the administration requests one, the court grants them only in exceptional cases. So when I tell you that Trump is demanding a rehearing, I'm not telling you that it's guaranteed to happen. In fact, I'd probably bet against it. But what I am telling you is that he sees this as a crisis that can't be allowed to stand. And Trump's putting maximum pressure on the court and on the country to confront the issue. So, ladies and gentlemen, this development changes the conversation entirely. For years, the argument over birthright citizenship was mostly theoretical. Okay, we debated what the 14th Amendment actually meant. We talked about the original intent of the framers and whether children of illegal immigrants were ever meant to be granted automatic citizenship. Those are important arguments, truly, and they still matter. But now we're seeing something more concrete. We're seeing people treating American citizenship like it's a commodity that can be purchased. And we're seeing it advertised like a business opportunity. That moves the entire issue out of the realm of legal theory and into the realm of active exploitation. You think about what that does to the rule of law in this country. When people can openly advertise a way to game the system and gain citizenship through illegal entry, I'm telling you, that sends a message that our laws are optional, or worse, that they can be bought. So it also cheapens what it means to become an American citizen the right way. There are millions of people around the world who wait in line, fill out the paperwork, study our history, pledge an allegiance to the Republic, and they take the oath of citizenship. They do it the legal way. When we allow a system where someone can cross the border illegally, have a child, and effectively buy their way into the country, we're telling those legal immigrants that their effort and their patience didn't matter. That's not just unfair, folks. It's corrosive to the idea of citizenship itself. Okay, I believe so. Yes, it's aggravating, it's infuriating, and it's also why President Trump is treating it so seriously. He understands that birthright citizenship, as it currently is being interpreted and exploited, has become one of the most powerful magnets for illegal immigration that we have. It creates, really powerful incentives for people to come here unlawfully, have children, and then use those children as anchors for the rest of the family. We've talked about it. Birth vacations. Hey, honey, I'm pregnant. Okay, says the couple in China, let's go have the baby. Or wherever they're from, that's what they do. They plan these birth vacations. And so they do all of this, buy the citizenship, have children, use the children as magnets and anchors. When we allow that to happen, I'm telling you, it's not compassion when we do that. That's a system that rewards law breaking, and it punishes those people who follow the rules. The only people who don't understand that suffer from one of two things. One, they suffer from chronic intellectual immaturity, or two, they suffer from Trump derangement syndrome, or a combination of both. Some people will say that going after birthright citizenship is too extreme, too degrading, and that it's, targeting innocent children. But that argument misses the point. The child is not the problem. Think about this with me. The problem is a legal interpretation that has been stretched way beyond what was intended, and that's now being actively monetized by people who see it as a business opportunity. That's the problem. When you have billboards advertising citizenship for a price, you don't any longer have a theoretical debate, folks. You've got a crisis that's playing out in real time. And President Trump is right to call this unsustainable. He's right to say that nobody saw this coming when the current interpretation took hold. And he's right to put pressure on the Supreme Court to take another look. Even if a rehearing is unlikely, the fact that he's demanding one, it keeps the issue alive, and it forces the country to confront what birthright citizenship has actually become. So this is about more than immigration policy, my friends. This is about whether we still believe that citizenship means something. It's about whether we still believe that becoming an American should require something more than showing up, having a kid on our soil, and bringing the whole family over. It's about whether we're willing to defend the idea that this country belongs to its citizens, not to whoever can come over and game the system or buy their way in. So I don't know exactly how the Supreme Court's going to respond to a request for a rehearing. I wouldn't bet on it. It's an incredibly rare occurrence. But I do know this. The American people are watching, and more of us are realizing that the current system is broken. When you can advertise birthright citizenship like it's a product with a price tag, something in this country has gone very, very wrong. Now, the good news is that we have a president who sees it clearly and is willing to fight it. And that matters. It doesn't guarantee an immediate fix, but it does mean that this issue will not be ignored. And in a time when so many of our institutions seem content to look the other way, that clarity and that fight are worth something. We've got to keep the pressure on. We've got to keep talking about what citizenship actually means and why it matters. We can make a difference in this issue, and we can overcome it. Because if we don't, the people advertising it on billboards are going to keep treating it like just another business opportunity, and America is going to keep America will keep paying the price, and America will eventually become less of a nation that has an identity, a national identity. And maybe that is, I know it is, one of the primary goals of the radical commu-socialist, formerly known as Democrat Party, to dilute the very identity of America. Believe it, folks. Look, until next time, God bless you, bless your families, God bless the United States. Please like, share, follow, and subscribe to this program. That's how the algorithm gets ignited so that more people see it. Please prayerfully consider heading over to DougBillings.us to contribute to the show. DougBillings.us. We're in this together, ladies and gentlemen. Believe it. For the Republic. Cheers.
The Right Side with Doug Billings.